since the delay. Big time. Here's Cook. Oh, this one. Bounces at the 45, picked up by Ginn. Trying to get outside. He wants that edge, and he's inside the 40. Cook is there, the punter, and he smacks him at the 20. Ginn with the return. The punter was a linebacker in high school, so he's never been afraid to get in and make a little contact, and he may have saved the touchdown.
The punt is so bad, they get it where they want it, down the right sideline, but look at the blocks. The 49ers stay with it. They keep hustling. And Teddy Ginn, now drafted in the first round by the Miami Dolphins, he still has great speed and takes it across the field.
From the 20. Kaepernick got his man. It's Smith refusing to go down until 3 Ravens were around them. It's Davis with the catch. Vernon Davis now over 100 on the game.
Yeah, Vernon Davis, they clear out one side, the left side. Vernon Davis on the end of the line of scrimmage just comes across. You see the receivers down the field. Delaney Walker takes 2 defenders, and Vernon Davis catches it. And even in a short burst, you can see that speed.
Got a 1st and goal to go. Davis with a second straight big game for the 49ers. Huge in the NFC title game.
Now you look for the quarterback run.
It's Gore running right side, and Gore has the edge and the touchdown, San Francisco.
What a block by Delaney Walker.
Yeah, Mike Iupati also.
Iupati, number 77, seals the side, and Delaney Walker comes around and gets Ed Reed and just gives Frank Gore untouched into the end zone. What a running lane, and Delaney Walker, just an unsung hero on this 49er offense, can do everything. Catch it, block, play fullback, and help the running back score touchdowns.
Got a player down. We'll be right back. Ted Ginn Jr. That punt return made it just a 20-yard drive for the 49ers, and since the power outage, things have completely changed here.
You know it has, but I'm going to say this. I don't think it affected Baltimore. I think it's the 49ers. I think it's Colin Kaepernick with these throws. We saw the return. I mean, just think back. The score is 28-6, Jim, and he makes that 3rd and what was it, 9? That hard throw to the outside to Randy Moss to keep a drive going. And since then, he's made 3 or 4 throws that have been, I'm not going to say they're special, but they're pretty dang good.
As he talks to Alex Smith, who he took over the job from after Smith suffered a concussion against the Rams. Baltimore, though, since the outage, on offense, 2 drives, 2 punts. And Jones unable to get a clean handle on it.
Well, Jim, let's look at this touchdown. Let's watch Mike Iupati, the left guard, pull around and make a block. But watch Delaney Walker come around and get Ed Reed. You talking about just sealing it by Iupati? And how about that block on Ed Reed, who's going to make the tackle probably on the 4 or 5 yard line.
Yeah, Walker lost his helmet, leading the way with that brilliant block. And there's not a...
That's a big, if he's out, that's big because he has been clogging up the middle in the run game.
Rice, just 3. 2 statements have been released. First, the Superdome spokesman, Eric Egan, quote, "Power has been restored. We sincerely apologize for the incident," end quote. Statement from an NFL spokesman, quote, "Stadium authorities are investigating the cause of the power outage. We will have more information as it becomes available." When you look at a situation like this, the crowd, the momentum is on the 49ers defensive
on their side, this is where you need a play from the coach that's easy to execute and kind of tricks the defense.
2nd and 7. There's a throw over to Rice. Ball's out. Ball is out and fallen on by Brown. Rice, who had 1 fumble all regular season, now has his 3rd in the postseason. Fumbling twice against the Colts. And now here.
It was a blitz. Ray Rice catches it. What a job by Terrell Brown staying in front and then knocking the football out. Ray Rice sees him, tries to spin, and the stiff arm, but that right arm of Brown goes in and knocks it out.
I know the 49ers have a lot to do with this, but since the power outage, there's no energy coming from the Ravens. They are flat and not focused. And the 49ers are taking advantage, ready to strike again from the 24. Wasting no time, and the pass over the head of Vernon Davis.
Well, we talk so much about the Ravens putting the football in the hands of their quarterback, Joe Flacco. Hot the whole postseason. How about the 49ers, Jim? I mean, they just continue to let Colin Kaepernick get the football and fire it down the field. And they were looking to score on the first play with that last play call.
It's D'Angelo Tyson on that defensive front for the Ravens in place of Nata. 2nd and 10. Take the pass, go up the middle with Gore. And Ray Lewis is there to block it. Block the path, gain of 3. Coach Jim sends in Ginn as an extra receiver. Double tight ends, Davis and Walker. 3rd and 7. Kaepernick to the end zone and tipped away at the last moment by Williams. Trying to find Ted Ginn.
Nobody open that time on this pass down the field. They're trying to do a little out and up again, but nice job by Kerry Williams. He doesn't follow the wide receiver inside. He's supposed to push him off to the safety. He does, and then he comes back and knocks it away from Ted Ginn. Excellent job.
This will be a 39-yard field goal attempt from Akers, who's 2 for 2 on the night.
And he keep the momentum going with this field goal.
Akers' kick is no good. But there is a flag. There's a flag on the field. They may have run into him. It was 4th and 7.
Running into the kicker. Defense, number 23. 5-yard penalty. Replay for 4th down.
It'll be 4th and 2. Shockey Brown running in to Akers.
Oh. To me, that was tough. That could have been a personal foul. Very easy, Jim. His leg was still up in the air, and he got rolled under.
With just a 5-yard penalty instead, so it'll give Akers another shot, this time from 34.
I'll tell you what, though, that's going to put some thoughts into Jim Harbaugh's head later in the game if it comes down to a field goal to win this game, or 2. If he gets caught in a situation whether to go for it or kick it.
Akers this time drills it. 17 points in a 4-minute, 10-second stretch. All coming since the lights went out at the Superdome. It was 28-6. Coming out of the break. Crabtree bouncing around and going in for the touchdown. Then Gore Rice with the fumble that would lead to 3 more. Here's the Akers kick, and Akers right now is meeting with one of the trainers. And now he's up walking around.
You know, before the game,
hit.
you remember before the game, before any players were on the team, before you even announced either team was coming out, David Akers was already standing on the bench alone. Why I don't know. I just wondered why he was out there. Maybe to try to get a few extra warm-up kicks, but he did not come out for the team. He came out way before they did.
Probably more mental than anything for Akers, who's struggled mightily here, and they've even, of course, had a couple of kickers they brought in, Nate Kading, Billy Cundiff, but Jim Harbaugh deciding to go with Akers, stick with the man who just a year ago set NFL records for field goals made, 44 in a season, and points scored. Yeah, he was grimacing. He doesn't really catch this anywhere close to what he had been earlier. From the 2, what a hit. Walker, he's everywhere. Throwing blocks, bone-crushing tackles.
His title on the team is the Swiss Army knife because he can do a little bit of everything. And it is so true. On the offense, and a terrific special teams player.
Jones doing a great job of holding on to that one because that helmet speared the pigskin. But he held on to it. Rice is out. They brought in Pierce. They go with Pierce. Tripped up by the ankles by Patrick Willis. Well, here are the numbers. Since the 35-minute delay, 1 first down for the Ravens, 109 yards of offense for the 49ers. Second and 7. And it's Pierce.
What a run.
Yeah, it looked like he could have lost some yardage. He was able to make something out of it and pick up 4.
You know, we've seen it, Jim. We've talked about him many times so far in this postseason, but they picked up a prize in the 3rd round. The Baltimore Ravens getting Pierce. Able to make cuts. The big thing I notice about him, he just reads the right place to go with the football and has the speed to just bounce it outside nonchalantly.
Coach John calls it deceptive speed. He says he'll be a future star. 3rd and 3. Flacco open, Bolden, first down, and Bolden stiff arm on Culliver before they sling him down on the San Francisco side of the field near the 35.
That's what they needed. They went out here and gave a formation. They stacked the receivers, and it caused confusion. That's what the Atlanta Falcons did last week against this 49er pass defense, and that's why I say sometimes you got to get a drive starter or keep the drive going, play call. And Jim Caldwell came up with the right play that time. Stack the receivers, Jim, when they're trying to play aggressive man-to-man defense. Hard for them to figure out who's going to take which one.
Bolden with a lot of yards after the catch. That's 30 in all on that play. Over to Pitta. Sidesteps a hit. And then Willis brings him down, gain of 8.
Well, what a drive by this Ravens offense. How about that, Jim? It's just, they've been stuck in neutral, no doubt. You're sitting there 28-6, and I'm sure some thoughts crept into their mind like, wow, we're pretty close to winning this thing.
No question.
Yeah, I mean, it's just human nature. But Joe Flacco, couple good throws, couple good calls. Now they're down there in scoring territory. Of course, a field goal try. 2nd
and 3, and Rice back in the backfield and spins near the 1st.
Number 77, Jim, Matt Burke. All these years, beat up the last couple years. What an outstanding year he has had. The leader of the offensive line. We talked about it, how it's fell into place for him here in the playoffs. 4th straight solid game by the Ravens offensive line.
Yeah, that man, 15 years out of Harvard. It's going to be 3rd and less than a yard. Final half minute, quarter number 3. And the running backs are Leach and Pierce. They'll ask the rookie to pick it up. And Pierce that could have gotten him, but he's able to slip away and pick up the first down. He escaped Aldon Smith and gains 8.
You said it, deceptive speed. How about that read once again? They were attacking inside. Pierce saw it and just breaks it to the outside. Aldon Smith breaks the tackle.
Dale Whitner had a play on him first, and then it was Smith. And Pierce is still down just off the field on the sideline. With 10 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Ravens have a new set of downs at the 18. I don't believe they're going to try to run a play here before the end of the quarter. We're through 3. 28-23, Baltimore will return to New Orleans after this message and a word from your local station. The third quarter that began with Jones returning the kick 108 yards for a touchdown, and then that outage followed by the 49ers coming to life after the delay. 17-0 stretch. Pierce is being taken in for evaluation. Nada, the word up is sprained knee, not expected to return.
Hot running back, you lose him, that's a big deal. Of course, Nada too.
First down from the 18, and Rice is able to wiggle in traffic for a gain of about 4. That offensive line, it was completely different during the regular season. Then before the wild card game, they shifted Orr from the left side over to the right side, and McKinney stepped up. And Osemele moved from tackle to left guard. I mean, it's all reworked, and has it ever worked?
It's changed their football team. All of a sudden, Joe Flacco is dynamic because he gets more time to throw it. They run the ball when they need to. They protect the quarterback. They're awesome at it. Well, that's the big reason why they're in the Super Bowl.
2nd and 6, and Flacco has Bolden again, and Bolden sets him up for a first and goal to go from the 5.
Just another beautiful throw right in stride by Joe Flacco and Anquan Bolden in the slot. Oh, nice little game of possum. How about that? Just stay there, loaf, and then make the quick break. And Joe Flacco knew he was the second read for him, and he puts it right on him.
Every time it seems the Ravens have gotten into a pinch in the playoffs, they start going to Bolden on a regular basis. He gave him a big start to this drive. First and goal, and up the middle, Rice about a yard shy.
Deshaun Goldson, he can, as you heard, he can hit like a linebacker. Safety play on both sides. Offensive line, safety play.
Second and goal. Rice again. Completely clogged up for no gain. Now it's going to get interesting here on 3rd and goal. Especially if they fail to get in. Well, of course, it's a 5-point margin.
Well, they're just inside the 2-yard line.
Flacco, play action, backpedaling near the 20. Throws it, incomplete, no one there.
Well, they went with the unexpected play. I thought they might try to drive it in there on 2 runs. But the 49er defense, how about that? Alert, ready for it.
They're going to go field goal.
Well, it's a little close. He's definitely out of bounds. But remember, once the quarterback breaks the pocket, the rules of hitting him do change. You get an extra step. But Joe Flacco was out of bounds that time.
That was Sopoaga who hit him after he threw it. 19 yards coming up here from Tucker.
It was a good no call, though, in my opinion, though, Jim.
Kick gets it down. Field goal is good. 49ers still within 1 score. Ravens drive all the way down to just outside the 1. Manage a field goal. 12-play drive, and in case you're wondering, why didn't the Ravens go for it? Well, they get the field goal, and should it come to this, you force the 49ers to score a touchdown and try to convert the 2 from a longer distance than you're trying to get it in from just outside the 1.
Yeah, it was a long one. It was a short 2 in my eyes, so that was a no decision for John Harbaugh. I thought maybe they would run it and look at it and say we got 2 chances to score by running it twice, but they elected for the pass. The Niners were ready for it.
And James coming out from 5 deep. Ian Badejo is there at the 24. Let's get a report from Steve Tasker.
Well, we saw David Akers get rolled up on the missed field goal and then get another attempt and hit it through. He's down trying to warm up and stay loose. I asked him if he was all right. He kind of said, yeah, I'm all right. And I said, are you sure? And he nodded his head. I've seen him warm up and kick a lot, and I just don't know if he's 100%. It's going to be interesting to see if that's the case or not.
Fake to James and go with Gore. And a pickup of about 5. Super Bowl 47 MVP balloting is now open. Go to NFL.com/MVP or vote on your mobile device by texting MVP to 55171. Vote now. It'll be a 2nd and 5. Kaepernick. Open man, and it's Moss. Right between Ed Reed and Bernard Pollard.
Well, you know when you know a good thrower, when he can fire it down the field like this and make it look just like there's no effort. Bernard Pollard has the outside of the receiver that time. He didn't follow him down the field, and Ed Reed is furious because Bernard Pollard got caught looking inside.
32 yards to Moss.
They had the right coverage on for that play, not carried out well by Pollard.
A run, Gore. Cuts back to the outside on the stiff arm of Graham, and he's got it inside the 20.
Well, you have to wonder. Haloti Ngata is not in there, one of the best run stoppers in the NFL. And outside that time, what another nice lead block by Miller. Ray Lewis gets blocked inside, but Miller, a defensive end in college, 2 years, defensive player of the year from Central Florida in Conference USA. The 49ers draft him and put him at fullback.
At the 18. It's Kaepernick. And he's hit right there by Ray Lewis. Been a rough month for Ray in the court of public opinion since announcing his retirement. The stories have all resurfaced about Atlanta 2000 when he was charged with a double murder but never convicted. Struck a plea deal, a misdemeanor, obstruction of justice.
Well, everywhere you go here in New Orleans, people either say they admire his play or they despise him. Really, the word hate comes out a lot of times, Jim. And tell you what it's done, though. All the words about him, it's galvanized this team. And they rally around. He is their leader, and they rally around him.
2nd and 7. As Kaepernick forced outside and taken off. Inside the 10, and Kaepernick's in for the touchdown. Wow, did he get there in a hurry.
There's no doubt. I think they'll go for 2 here to try to tie this game up. But you said it right, Jim. Watching Colin Kaepernick in person, 2 things jumped out. One, he's so much faster than I than he looks on TV, and the strength of his arm just awes you to. But how about this? This is where I love it when he runs. When you play a certain coverage, chase receivers, he sees there's nobody there, he'll take off.
2-point conversion coming up to try and tie the game.
Yeah, I don't think you have any choice here, Jim. I think Coach Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, knew right away, had it in his mind as they were driving the football, we score, we're going for 2. Of course, you always have to be alert now, spreading them out, the quarterback run.
Bible Charlotte.
To tie the game, Kaepernick. Incomplete. And here's a look from our Bud Light cam. That missed 2-point drive. Reed was very close to being across early. And by failing to tie the game, you've now just put David Akers back into the equation, possibly at the end of this game. As Steve Tasker said, he may not be 100% after getting roughed up physically, and his confidence certainly hasn't been anywhere close to 100% for a while. From the goal line. And out to the 22. It's Walker again on the tackle.
Well, Jim, you keep talking about Ed Reed. It's in question that he even line up offsides right here on the edge. Boy, if he's not, he's getting every inch of that right up to that football, that's for sure. But he got there so quick, Colin Kaepernick had to throw it away.
Here's the touchdown by Kaepernick.
You see the the defenders chasing the receivers, and you think you got him pinned in, Colin Kaepernick, but that speed, it is, for a big, tall guy, he is a quick starter.
Justin Smith is not out on that defensive line for this snap. Ricky Jean-Francois is in there for him. On first down, dumping it off to Rice. Give him 4. Let's get a report from Solomon Wilcox.
Yeah, Jim, Baltimore Ravens running back Bernard Pierce had to be taken into the locker room for evaluation. Now, the team has not told us what the injury is, but he came out, he ran up and down the sideline. He appeared to be healthy. He spoke with the trainers, then he grabbed his helmet, and now it appears as though he's been cleared to go back into the ball game.
Thank you, Solomon. 2nd and 6. Rice. He's dropped for a loss by Bowman. Loss of 3.
What a job by Navarro Bowman. Watch, he reads the play. Oh, boy, he anticipates it. So he saw that formation and must have known it's probably going to be a run to my left. And he shoots the gap and makes the tackle. Navarro Bowman, Patrick Willis, Ahmad Brooks, Alden Smith, all can really run. Pretty stout linebacking core for sure.
Justin Smith is back out, lining up right over Burke, now shifting over a bit. 3rd and 9. And Flacco wide of the mark, but a flag is out on Culliver. Tangled up with Torrey Smith.
First off, what pass protection? Crowds against you.
Pass interference. Defense, number 29. Spot the foul, automatic. First down.
Well, the coverage was tight on the outside. Culliver against Torrey Smith and gets that hand on. Oh, he pulls him. So there's a foul even before the football's in the air. Joe Flacco knew it was close outside and he let it go.
First San Francisco penalty of this half. Pierce is in now, and Pierce drives it ahead for a couple, maybe 3.
Huge first down, though, Jim. Why? The clock could become an issue here, but it changes field position entirely. And the 49ers wasted a timeout early in the 3rd quarter.
There was a 14-yard penalty in all. And now after one run by Pierce, Rice returns. 2nd and 8. Flacco looking for options. Man is there. And that's Bolden trying to bulldoze his way near the first.
You know, we talk so much about it. How about the extra time? That time nobody is open. Nobody. You look down the field. Everybody's pretty tight. Joe Flacco looking to his left and buying time once again. How many times today has he done that? Got outside the pocket and made some good throws. You know, and you watch him throw too, Jim. We had some good laughs talking about he's a very natural thrower, has tremendous rhythm. That's why he makes it look so easy. And you asked him, who taught him to throw?
Well, he's really self-taught. He's the natural.
Yeah, that's right. He is. His dad worked with him a little
bit. His dad, who was a running back in college at Pennsylvania, going to measure for the first down. Now you talk to Joe Flacco. I'll tell you, give Bolden a lot of credit for that first down. You talk to Flacco, and he says, if you're talking to me about how to throw a football, I'm not listening.
You got to quit listening. He just had a young son, and he kind of just independently says to us, I'm pretty sure my son's never going to throw the football as good as me either. So he was in great spirits when we met him on Thursday morning, and of course he's always been extremely nice and cordial, but his confidence level has definitely gone up. His outward appearance, even at his press conference, he talks a little more, and why not? His success on the field will give you more confidence.
I think Jim Harbaugh is looking at possible challenge on the spot.
San Francisco is challenging the rule of the field of a first down.
Wow.
You got 2 timeouts.
I don't agree.
And you're in danger of losing a precious another one.
Does look short.
San Francisco challenging the spot on the field, which had given the Ravens a first down, or will it?
Play, the runner was down short of the line to gain. It will be third down and 1/2 at the 45 and 1/2 yard line.
Well, like I said,
San Francisco is not charged a timeout.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Jerome Boger, but like I said, it's a really good challenge by Jim Harbaugh. But he got information upstairs, and it must have been cleared to the coaches. That's why he threw the red flag out there. He does not lose a timeout. That's the big thing that we heard Jerome Boger say.
Yeah, it's 3rd and a foot now. With Rice, the single back. They're going to throw for it. Flacco's pass. Hauled in for a catch by Bolden.
Unbelievable. Boy, I thought he was making a huge mistake there, checking off to the pass. He saw the bump and run coverage, top of your screen, and we've seen it so much. John Harbaugh texted Joe Flacco at the start of last year, the opening day, and said to him, watching a Thursday night game, do you think we can ever get good at throwing the back shoulder passes? Because he was watching Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. Well, Jim, what's the answer? They're pretty good at it.
And how many times have we seen in the postseason Bolden make a catch with the defender's arm wedged right in there, and he still is able to grip it and hold on. As Rice has an open alley and is down at the 28, running behind Leach.
Well, Anquan Bolden always says, I'm stronger than the person covering me. And what a gutsy call by Joe Flacco. That's the one that, if he missed that pass, as we watch Ray Rice pick up another first down, he'd have been second guessed big time. Vontae Leach, boy, just get out of the way.
Moving inside of 6 minutes. And another set of downs. And Rice. Give him 2. Coming up, the Toyota post-game show. We will have the presentation of the Vince Lombardi Trophy to the NFL champions. Plus JB, Dan, Shannon Boomer, and Coach Cowher will have their thoughts on Super Bowl 47. All coming up on the Toyota post-game show.
What a drive, right? What a drive. The momentum once again was kind of going towards the 49ers. The pass interference against Torrey Smith kept it alive, and The Ravens taking advantage of it.
Yeah, the drive started at the 9:57 mark. Pierce is back in, and they hand it off to him. And they drag him down after one.
Well, when Joe Flacco made this third down call, he checked off of a run. He saw the tight coverage. He's not open, throws it behind him. Once again, just snatches the football right out of the air, Anquan Boldin does.
3rd and 7. Did they jump? Ball up in the air and incomplete.
Offsides.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, defense, number 55. That penalty is declined. Offside, defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
It'll make it 3rd and 2.
Oh, that's a big one, too. You know, this 49er defense, they do have a lot of discipline. At that time, 2 guys offside, and you kind of time it. You saw Anquan Boldin. Of course, Jim Harbaugh is upset. Anquan Boldin, when you see a receiver go in motion and go back out, you can almost time it out when you know the football is going to be snapped. They just were too anxious.
It's a long 2 for the first. And Flacco goes underneath. Incomplete. Pitta lost his helmet, lost the handle. And Whitner was there defending.
You know, Jim, it looked like the football might have been tipped. I'm not sure. But they did a good job covering Anquan Boldin, who was trying to go in motion and get the quick play to the outside. Carlos Rogers is there. That's a good throw by Joe Flacco. Keep it low, keep it safe.
Very catchable ball indeed. This will be 38 yards for Justin Tucker. And the rookie from Texas delivers the goods. Well, there was a time in the 3rd quarter at 28-6. You never imagined this Super Bowl would come down to the last 5 minutes. San Francisco has never led. But down by as many as 22. And a touchdown drive away from taking the lead. And last time the Niners had it, they drove 76 yards in less than 3 minutes.
Well, this offense, they're able to come back for a lot of reasons. Their defense can help them out, and they have explosive players on the offensive side. Tight end, wide receiver, and especially the quarterback. You look at this Ravens defense. If they have something new, I would show it. Maybe not the first play or two, you know, play safe. But what I've seen at this 49er offense, I think they'll have a hard time stopping it.
Gore chugging along, taking a pile with him, including Ray Lewis. Picks up 7. We've had a kickoff return for a touchdown. Officially now adjusted to 108. We've had a San Francisco huge rally, and now with 3:48 to play. Kaepernick and the Niners, 2nd and 3. Going to take off for the first down.
You got a defense that's tired too, Jim, and they have no speed up front at all. So Colin Kaepernick, he's going to outrun and squeeze through just about every scenario here. This defensive line, it's big. They can stop the run, but they're not fast.
And there's no nada.
And there's no Halati Nata, just like we saw on that first run. They just powered it up there for about 7 or 8 yards. Joe Flacco's probably saying, if they score, what do we got?
Kruger's back in for the Ravens. As Kaepernick, there's play action and goes down the field and almost a fingertip grab by Vernon Davis.
Beautiful throw. Vernon Davis, if it's been in the first quarter, he's going to catch it. Oh, another little, same play they scored on earlier, just about. A little crossing of the receivers. Vernon Davis goes out, then turns it up. Gets both hands on it. That's one, you know, you got to make the catch, no doubt. Lay out.
It appeared Moss was open also on a post.
I thought he was going to throw it to Randy Moss. I like his choice, though.
2nd and 10. And Kaepernick goes down the middle again, and he's got Crabtree shaking off more tackles. And finally falls at the 40, a pickup of 24.
How was that throw? My gosh, I'm really literally mesmerized by some of these passes today. He looks it off, and I think he knew right from the start it was a zone coverage, so he looks it off and then comes back to the end cut. He looked off the inside linebacker, so nobody got underneath Michael Crabtree.
Kaepernick goes over 300 with that throw. 8 plays, over 20 yards on the game. And Gore. Pass to first, Larry Gore inside the 20. Gore to the 10, and Gore is bounced out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
Give a lot of credit to this offensive line. The left side, Joe Staley, Upati number 77. They are all in shape. The blocks down inside. The pull around, oh man, and Frank Gore, nice job of going outside. You heard Shannon Sharp in the pregame talk about the best in-shape team he's seen. That's the 49ers.
This is a 33-yard run, and it's a 1st and goal. This time the Ravens defend it. This is Michael James.
No, Baltimore in a situation here. 3 timeouts. I would have called a timeout right before this, right after that play ended, because you're going to let the 49ers now, Jim, take the clock all the way down to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, Kaepernick's already heading over to the sideline. And we reach the 2-minute warning in what has turned out to be a thriller down in New Orleans. Coming up, the Toyota postgame show, the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy, and JB and the crew with their thoughts on this most exciting Super Bowl. Coming up, the Toyota postgame show. 2nd and goal on the way. From the 5. From the gun. Rolling out. Kaepernick looking, firing incomplete. Crabtree.
Good defense at time. They come with a bunch group by the 49ers. 3 receivers in there. They roll the quarterback out, and nothing there. When you roll the quarterback out, it always sounds great. But where do you think the defense is going to go? They're going to roll with you.
John Harbaugh walking down near the line of scrimmage on that sideline. 3rd and goal with 1:55 to play. Kaepernick. And a flag first.
Delay a game.
Hey, you guys, you gotta get back.
Timeout, San Francisco. This will be a 30-second timeout. The timeout was called before the play clock expired.
Now just in
Timeout
time.
number 2, San Francisco.
And the Niners have 1 left.
You know what? I wouldn't even blame Colin Kaepernick if he let it run out, because there's a lot going on down there. I don't know if you can try to sort it out and still look at the play clock. But a good job by Jim Harbaugh managing the game from the sideline.
How close was it?
There you go. He knows it's in trouble. That's a good job by Coach Harbaugh.
Third and goal now from under center. Kaepernick wings it. Caught. Smashed. Incomplete is the call. That was Crabtree. They got walloped. Jimmy Smith and Corey Graham over there. And now it's 4th and goal.
Kind of come back to where we started the game, it seems like, Jim. You talking about the red zone or near the goal line defense by the Baltimore Ravens, one of the best in the NFL all year long.
Can they make a stand here? Or can the Niners take the lead? 1:50 to play and 4th and goal. Kaepernick lost it in the air. No flag. Incomplete. Coach Jim wants a holding call, but he doesn't get it.
I thought he might call timeout. It looked like a blitz look. The Ravens just said, we're going to make you beat us with pressure. And there was, Jim, a lot of contact in the end zone. And Kaepernick had to get rid of it quick. Donnell Ellerbe was coming untouched to the quarterback.
Trying to hook up with Crabtree, with Jimmy Smith and Ed Reed on the coverage. And now the ball goes back to Baltimore, and San Francisco can stop the clock only once.
Well, when you watch it there in slow motion, I got to say that's a good no call. I know there's contact, but Crabtree was pushing off just as much. Jimmy Smith did a good job sitting inside and was going to make sure that all you were going to get a chance to throw was a fade to the back corner of the end zone.
Timeout just called by the Ravens, and here it is again.
Contact inside 5 yards. The ball's in the air.
Well, the ball was snapped at the 5-yard line. There's still contact 2 yards into the end zone.
Well, I'm going to go on this theory. I still think it's a good no call, because late in the game, and when I look at what the Ravens did, I did not like. Well, there's a good grab by both hands by Jimmy Smith. The more angles I see, the more confused I get. I think we just hard to throw a penalty in that situation.
Now the Ravens. Rice, who fumbled earlier in this game. And now the Niners take a final timeout. Well, let's do the math on this with 1:42 to play.
Well, just give it, 45 seconds of play. That's what you think of. Running the play, will they start the clock again? You come back to it, Jim. Well, a lot of things. They had a lot of time to overcome the fact that they wasted the timeout early in the third quarter.
And again, would they love to have that now?
I'm sure they would. So you look at this Ravens offense, of course they're going to run the football. And when they punt it, it might give the 49ers a chance to get 1 or 2 throws into the end zone.
Jim Harbaugh is not going to let go of that no call. For a long time, when they met, the brothers, maybe a season ago, he was still after that game, according to his brother, still talking about, well, we should have done this. We should have gotten that call. Pierce is the running back. Pierce darts ahead for 1.
Good job by Pierce getting an extra couple seconds off the clock. There's going to be a lot of controversy about this call. And here we go. 4th down. It's in the, and you always hear, you got to make the plays in these championship games. The officials, and it's just human nature. Late in the game, they're not going to throw the flag. You got to get it done. So I see the pulling of the jersey, but also I see Michael Crabtree with his left hand pushing off 2.
The Niners ran 3 straight plays in Crabtree's direction. They had 4 snaps inside the 10. Here's the 3rd and 8 with Leach. And there you can see the differential play clock to game clock's 9 seconds.
2 good runs. Leach staying up, taking a couple seconds, and the same with Bernard Pierce.
Any reason to take a safety here?
I'm thinking, no, I would not. I would punt it.
And now the timeout by Baltimore.
Well, let's think about it. You bring up a great point. You take a safety, 34-31. You punt the football.
Free kick from the 20.
No, I would not do it. Pretty tight which way you go, Jim. You know, really, if you take the safety, I know Jerry Rosberg, the special teams coach, that's what they're talking about. Do you take the football, have it snapped, and then run around for a few seconds?
Ginn is the returner, given the chance. As we've already witnessed in this game, he can be dangerous. Ed Reed, another local kid from New Orleans. His dream was for a year to come back home and play here in the Super Bowl. He had an interception in this game. And there's Ginn.
He's going to do it.
Run around. And takes the safety with 4 seconds to go.
49ers weren't ready for that call. Nobody going after the punter. So a good call by you, seeing it, thinking of the situation, and a good job of executing it.
Cook really did, didn't he? He took 8 seconds before
8 seconds.
he stepped out of bounds.
You know, it prevents the punt return. That's probably the biggest reason why you do it. Well, Jim Harbaugh talks about his kicker and punter, how they're both pretty good athletes.
Let that clock get triple zero first.
Well, now they get to either punt the ball or kick it off from the, looks like the 20-yard line.
So they'll kick it from the 20. There is a rule buried deep in the rule book.
You can fair catch and get a free kick.
Exactly, the fair catch, free kick.
No question.
which would then give you an unrushed attempt
That's right.
at a field goal. See that about once every 30 or 40 years. Timeout called by the Ravens.
That's good. Probably, Jim, if well, he'd have to shank the punt not to get it far enough down there or whatever. But it's another situation for John Harbaugh and Jerry Rossberg to go over. Maybe you kick a line drive where they can't fair catch it, and now it only comes down to the last play of the game.
And thanks to our executive producers of the NFL on CBS, Sean McManus and Harold Bryant, coordinating producer of the NFL on CBS, Lance Barrow, and our director, Mike Arnold. Well, you got Sam Cook, who's going to punt it away here. Of course, the Ravens had some issues, special teams coverage out of Denver with a kick return and a punt return for touchdowns by Trendon Holiday. And he booms this one. That takes the fair catch free kick out of play. And it's Ginn to the 40. Still on his feet at the 50. And the Ravens have won it 34-31. The Super Bowl belongs to Baltimore. Owner Steve Bisciotti with his head coach.